now turn up.
YouTube, this is Evolution Gaming. Welcome to our first video. This is going to be on Trove, and I'm joined by Axel and AJ.
Sup?
Sup?
Alright, so in this video we're going to be doing a Trove tutorial where we basically explain the basics of Trove to help you guys get started on this game. So our first one will be on the Cornerstone. The Cornerstone can be found in these like blank gray areas, and they'll have a sign. All you have to do is press E to summon them, and yours Cornerstone will look a bit different, but I've edited mine a bit. And yeah, so let's just go through this. In the front of your Cornerstone, you'll have a rejuvenation center where you can press E and it will regen your potions. So you'll have max potions again.
I'll use it.
Yeah, it'll have that animation, and then if you press Q, it'll use them up, as you can see in the bottom, right down there. And you just press E again, and you'll get them again. So basically, it's infinite potions, and I think the, default is like 8 or 9. And then, as you get into your Cornerstone, you'll have a crafting bench. AJ, do you want to explain what you can craft?
Okay, so the novice crafting bench or adventurers?
The novice.
Novice one. I'll do the adventures one.
Okay, so first off, you could craft a loot collector, which you need 10 shapestone ore, which you can find in the ground.
We'll get into that.
Also, the ring crafting bench, you need 5 flux and 30 shapestone.
And
personal chest.
Well, personally, I think the ring crafting bench is kind of pointless. It's not that great.
Yeah, but we'll explain how to get all the items, how to get flux. We'll explain everything later.
The personal chest, you could keep like anything you want. To get more than one personal chest, you need to spend, I think, cubits. It's a currency.
Cubits.
To make one, you need 10 shapestone and 2 flux. Next is Adventurer's crafting bench, 20 shapestone and 10 flux. You could craft like more things than just these 5 recipes. The 5th and final one, the Builder's crafting bench, is 20 shapestone ore and 20 primal green blocks, which you can find just about anywhere.
So the novice crafting bench is kind of useless as you get into the game, but as a beginner, you want to craft almost everything on here. And let's say you craft a loot collector, press the tab button on your keyboard, and it'll bring you up to this building menu where you can build stuff. And if tab doesn't work, press B to open your inventory, and then click on the little hammer, and yeah. And you can just place it down anywhere in your Cornerstone. You just press E to use it, and yeah, it's pretty simple. So that's the Cornerstone. It's kind of just like a home area. You can activate it anywhere. So yeah, let's move on to the next part. Okay, guys, the next part of this video is going to be on loot collecting. Sorry this video is taking long, but you just want to inform you guys on everything. So the loot collector is something you can craft with Adventurer's crafting bench, I think. AJ, do you want to novice? Wait, yeah, novice. AJ, do you want to explain how to use it?
How to use it? Well, to craft for the novice one?
No, how to use the loot collector.
Can I explain the loot collector?
Okay. Well, once you place down your loot collector, you go up to it and you hold E to use it. And let's say you don't really want something and you want to use it like a skin for another hat, as Ben talked about before. You just right-click the mask into the loot collector. You do collect flux from it, which is good.
Not much, but
upgrading.
Let me just say something. So I have 3 of the same hats, or 3 of the same pistols. Let's say you want to keep one, but then you want to use one as a skin for later. You just right-click one of them in, and it'll say components collected. And let's say I already have used this pistol before. So in the components collected, it will have the skin like right here. So then when you click accept, it'll go into like your I don't know, what would you say, like almost not like a dictionary, but like it's almost like a collection book of all the items you've collected. Now you can't literally you can equip these as skins, but you can't use them. The only things you can use are items that are in your inventory. So let's say I have this item right here. I can equip it, but I can't use it as a skin. So whatever you put in the loot collector it becomes a skin. You can't use it. Like, you can't use the stats on it. So that's that. And you can just put masses into it, and you'll get the amount of flux that comes out. And the higher the tier, the higher the flux you get. So that's the
And
loot collection.
can I just explain
Yeah.
on something? Flux usually helps you upgrade your weapons and
Yeah. So
can get you a lot of good things. For
while we're on
example,
that topic, Axel, you want to show the forge?
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So the forge, if you press E, you can upgrade your weapons using flux, which I just mentioned. Depending on your level, it will tell you how much flux it requires to upgrade it. For example, Ben has a shadow.
Yeah.
And he needs
Well, once you get to shadow, you need Eye of Cubithlu, which
lose and a lot of flux to upgrade it. So,
yeah. So usually it's like 25 flux to upgrade.
no,
50?
for that's about 50.
Yeah. So that's I don't know. It's reasonable as long as you do a bunch of dungeons. So you should be fine.
You should be fine.
And crafting it is on the Adventures crafting bench under Gear Improvement. And this is what you need. And just to show that, like, how you craft it, AJ, do you want to show, like, how to get ores to craft it?
Sure.
Alright, so...
You have to go find, like, an area.
Yeah, we're going to go find some ores and we'll be back in a second. Up, we're going to show you guys dungeons where you can get loot and flux. So, Axel?
Okay, so there's two types of dungeons. If you press M to look at your map, you'll see the whole area, and the little castles are just like mini dungeons or regular dungeons, and then the big castles are mega dungeons, where you can get the difference between them is that one, the larger dungeon is harder and it gives you better items
And
at
multiple
the end,
bosses.
and there's multiple bosses to defeat. The mini dungeon, on the other hand, it just has one boss and has very little enemies, and you can get kind of good loot.
Yeah, decent.
And one thing about the map is if you start walking and you press M, it'll keep your map open. But if you jump or you press M and then start walking, it'll close it. So if you just want to keep your map open, just start walking and then press M so you can guide yourself around using that method.
And also, guys, a quick way to get around is Z to get on.
Yeah.
If you don't know.
Yeah.
We'll get
You'll
into
start
that in
out
another
with
part.
like a horse, and later you can upgrade it.
Like
Yeah,
this
like Ben is
motorcycle.
like a motorcycle, and I've had dogs.
Oh, and,
Okay.
and if you're too late, and if you don't feel like pressing M, on the top it shows you like where they're on the nearest dungeons, like north, northeast.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Tells you where to go, and just follow that, and you'll find a dungeon.
Alright, so now moving on. This is the dungeon portal where once you locate yourself to one of these, you press E and it'll teleport you in the dungeon. Now this one's been defeated.
Yeah, it's been raided.
So there'll be an X on it, so let's move on to this one over here. So we did find an undefeated dungeon, so let's press E, everyone enter in. Okay, so now there will be bosses. Hold left click to shoot, right click to use your special power, and 1 or 2 to use your other. So like, if I press 1, that'll make me jump really high and then I'll slowly float down. And just a tip, jumping is super important in this game. It's like the dodging technique. So you're going to have to right click on different blocks and that'll bring you into like this part of the dungeon, which is the boss level. So you kind of have to like mine your way around the dungeon.
Oh, and special attacks varies from different class. There's a lot of different classes in this game. So, for example, there's a sword, there's a neon ninja, there's a ninja class, a knight class, a gunslinger class.
Oh, and then here's the loot. So you obviously won't get legendary. Yeah, you won't get legendary on your first go, but you will get uncommon and epic and rares. But you'll get the loot. You press B in your inventory and you right click to equip it. And part of the loot, like part of the game, is if you press C, it'll show like your stats and everything. Underneath the hat, there's a small circle. If you click on that, you can reskin your hat. So like, let's say this hat looks ugly, but it does like, it gives you a bunch of health. Underneath it, you can click on it and you can just click on these different tabs and it'll change what your hat looks like, but you'll have the stats as the hat that you want, if that makes sense. So you can do that on all the weapon, the face, and the hat. And yeah. So that's the dungeon. Now we're going to go into a mega dungeon. Guys, we did find a mega dungeon right next to it. So these are kind of hard to approach. You're going to need jumping, which you can get jumping on your hat. So like, where is it? This hat says 8 jump, so that means I can jump 8 times, but I have other hats that give me jump, so I can jump multiple times. I think 20. So you have to kind of navigate your way around by jumping. That's the easiest way, or I think you can stack up with blocks, but that's not really fun. And all you have to do is you have to look around the dungeon for these portals, which you can enter through. So let's
Guys,
go.
TP to me.
Oh, and to expand on what Ben was saying, if you press C, you can look at all your items. You can also look at your stats.
Yeah.
If you press C, if you click
You
on
jump.
stats, you can see like your physical damage, magic damage, health, energy. You can see everything there.
All right, so let's go over to AJ and enter through
Guys,
the
I
portal.
found a dungeon. You could press O to teleport to your friends, but don't add anyone as a friend because they could teleport to you and steal. Well, like, sort of, I guess you could say steal your loot.
So if you press O, you click on add, you enter their name, and you can click like join. Oh, and also, as you can see at the bottom left, my health is getting low, so all you have to do is press Q, potion, and you're good.
You can get potions from your Cornerstone.
Yeah. Oh, that gave loot too.
But you first these guys start out with like the potions yeah.
Oh, up here, guys.
Not talk. I found the teleporter.
Yeah, so basically the dungeon portals on this one will teleport you to different pods of this dungeon, but other dungeons will teleport you to like underground rooms, like all those.
Yo, Ben, if you want to TP to me, I'm fighting a boss right now. If you want to see what they like.
Okay. Oh, I accidentally teleported to Axel. Okay, so yeah, this one obviously has a lot of dungeons. You just left click on the chest, you just start shooting at it, hitting it, electrocuting it, whatever class you have, and then you'll get the loot. And I recommend doing for killing bosses. I recommend doing combos. So I'd press 2, then I'd left click and right click at the same time. We'll hold down left click.
Then repeat it.
Yeah, I know. And if you press, if you think you haven't beaten the dungeon, just press M, and there'll be an X over the dungeon, which means you beat it. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing.
Okay, guys. So to mine this, you have to press Tab, and then once you become sort of invisible, you press right click and you hold it down. And you will collect. That was a shapestone ore, and you could use it to. What can you really use shapestone for? I'm not really.
You can upgrade. Yeah, you can upgrade a bunch of.
Oh, and the novice crafting bench and like all that stuff. So this stuff is very useful.
So now we're going to go on to fishing. And by the way, guys, you can right-click any items except items in a blocks in a dungeon. So you can just mine out blocks for your cornerstone. And yeah, so let's go into fishing. Axel will explain all that. So let's go there. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to get to the fishing area that we're going to, just hold down H. But we'll show you the fishing area. That will bring you back to the hub.
Okay, so when you go to the hub, which is where you start out with every time you open your game, if you move a little bit, you'll find a boat or like a little like island station kind of, and you'll see like this little parrot with a fishing pole. And if you press E, you can buy a fishing pole, which helps you fish. And in order to fish, you need to buy a lure, which costs glim, which is like the currency in the game.
Lure. What we call lures.
Lures.
So they're kind of expensive, but you can profit from them if you use them wisely. And there's okay. So Axel has to go for a little bit, but the lure in this you just click buy, and then it'll appear in your inventory. It's consumed on use, so use it wisely. And there's common, uncommon, and rare fish. And AJ, do you want to explain like where you can fish and how to fish?
Do you want to just go to level? Well, we can fish right here.
Yeah.
I actually can't fish because I don't have any lures. Can you
drop
a few for me?
Yeah. So also, how you drop stuff is you just drag it out of your inventory, and you click yes, and you select how much you want. So I'll drop you two.
And never drop anything in the water, in like deep water, because it disappears. So Axel always does.
Alright.
Okay, so start off, you press F once you bought your fishing pole, and once you bought some lures. And basically just wait until your fish comes in, your bobber will bob down.
And you'll hear a noise. So you can be watching YouTube, and then you'll hear your noise, and then you just press F. And so yeah, we're just gonna wait here. Yep, there we go. So AJ, press F again. F is how you reel it in, and then drop the fish on the ground that you caught.
Dude, I just got a violent verse skimmer trophy size, 24.42 pounds.
Wait, let me see. Drop it on the ground. Yeah, come over here.
Let's go over here. I think this might be a really good one. Yo, let's go by the pond.
I've actually never heard of that. All right, drop it.
Where is it? Okay, there you
Alright, so here it is. I think this is actually a new addition to Trove.
Yo, can I go see how much it is?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll give you the flux. Okay, so now to get back to where we were, all you have to do is jump up or climb up the stairs to these portals. They're all different levels. So let's go into the level 10 world, and we'll show you what fish are used for. So let that load in. Alright, so there's a cornerstone right here. You can deconstruct fish in the loot collector to gain flux, and if you hit a rare fish, there's rare fish in every biome, you'll be able to get a 1,000 glim. In glim, you can buy like pets with allies. So this goes for 10 glim and 1 violent verskimmer trophy. So let me deconstruct that.
Dude, a trophy? Sick.
Yeah. So now I'll go into my inventory. Actually, no, I think that went in my building thing. So there is the trophy. I'll obviously give that to AJ. So let me place down the trophy that I have. So that's basically fishing, and if you do want to fish in the hub, you can get a rare fish called the hub hugger, which will give you 1,000 glim. And yeah, but you can fish anywhere. Like I could fish in the stream.
Show them how to like drop your build things, like the trophy.
Okay, so all you do is press tab, you select what thing it's on, and then you go into your cornerstone. You just left click wherever you want it, like up on a wall or something. So that's fishing, and I think to wrap the beginner's tutorial up, we're going to go show you pirate ships. So we'll see you there. We're back, and okay, so let me explain pirate ships. Luckily, these two spawn next to each other. By the way, I'm in my boat. We'll get on that in another video, but if you want an ally, which is like a little pet that goes next to you, here's mine. It's a little cat, snow leopard. Okay, you don't want to go to these. These just sell random items like Pearl of Wisdom. They're kind of useful later on in the game though. And these will have a purple and blue like little puff thing, penguin. I don't know what it is. AJ, explain the red ship.
The red ship, in another video we can show you how to glitch it out so you could always find a soul trap. Like to get your allies and pets and crap.
But the best chances to find it is on here, which is a red little parrot thing.
Version.
Yeah. And that's what the flag looks like. And this doesn't have a soul trap, but in a later video we'll show you how. But soul traps will get you these pets. You just randomly open them, and pets can do a lot of things. They'll give you like extra health, extra stats.
Jumps
and
stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so that was the end of our tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, stick around this long. It was kind of a long tutorial, but it's supposed to help you guys out. If you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment on anything we missed, and we'll explain in a later video. If you have any questions, just comment below as well, and make sure to subscribe. And we are a new channel, so, you know, we're just beginning. But thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.